Sometimes it's coverage, sometimes it's pass rush, but at the same time, it's got to get fixed. We're playing hard, and then we have lapses here, and lapses there, and we get open play, and that's what happened in the second half. That happened 2 times in the first half. You can't play if we're covering, when I get to the quarterback. If we get to the quarterback, we're not covering long enough, so there's got to be a lot on the coaches, starting with me from the defensive side of the ball, and get that fixed going forward. You know?
Listen, we fucked up.
And that's all we ever want from our coaches. The second one, not the first one. I don't need a drawn out bullshit excuse. You know what the problem is. Fix it. It's right in your face. I don't need the publicity and the political good statements. No, I fucked up. I got to get it together. And I got to get my shit right. That's on me. I got to do better. That's it, Bowles. But before I even get into it, I want to welcome y'all to AJ Turnup's pregame show. No filter. I speak my mind. I don't care what you have to say. If you want to talk with me football-wise, let's do it. If not, sit back and enjoy the show. As always, though, I need y'all to subscribe to Bucs Report The Aftermath with my co-host Slick. You know, Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and, of course, the YouTube channel. Then, if you really want to hear me body people when it comes to football intellect, not just about the Bucs, but just football in general, I need y'all to check me out on TikTok, AJ_Turnup. Same for Twitter. Just this morning, I had to humble a few people because they were trying to say some stupid shit that I said. Well, AJ, I thought the Bucs were supposed to go 15-2. First of all, numbnuts, it's a prediction. It's an analysis. There's a lot of teams out there who are not where they were. And again, the Bucs, despite what we're going through, look at how far we've come. Nobody predicted all these massive injuries. So for you people out there, shut your ass up. But let's get down to where we need to talk about tonight's game. This is the most important game of the season. Why, you ask? Because this is the last piece of real playoff caliber team that we're going to be facing this season. This will be a team that's going to win at least one playoff game. This is a team that has the potential to go to a Super Bowl. This is the team that we might see in the NFC Championship. Matt Stafford playing incredible ball. Sean McVay doing incredible coaching. The defense doing a fantastic job. They're trending in the right direction. That's right. In the right direction, they are trending. Oh, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Olsen. As always, look, Olsen, if you want to, man, you can get up here and we can have some discussions as well. But this is an important game, y'all. As you can see, the stakes are raised very high. The most important thing I just want to make sure Bowles and the Bucs players understand, don't go out there and embarrass yourselves. You need to go out there and kick some ass, and you have the tools to do so. But you got to have the heart, the discipline, and the direction and identity. Most importantly, it's the aggression. Bowles, I really hope you have understood and learned your lesson. I don't know if you have, but we're going to determine it. It's going to be determined tonight. Do you want to walk away at least with the W and a hard-fought victory? Or do you want to walk away getting your cheeks clapped? It's up to you, man. It's up to you. And I'm going to get into the analysis of the game, but I have to get this out because the Buccaneers community right now is divided. I don't know why, but it is. You have platforms out there like Joe Bucks and when Ira Kaufman and Lee got into it, and I'm on Lee's side on this one. There's no way you're going to tell me, Ira, and other people out there who are apologists of Bowles that the Bucs played a fantastic game against the fucking Bills. They didn't. The defense was complete ass cheeks. Why can you not accept that? And stop with the fucking, they don't have pieces. They have more than enough pieces. You know what's not right? Don't put Anthony Nelson on Cook. Don't put Benjamin Morrison in a game that's critical. Don't have your DBs playing 7 to 8 yards cushion off the wide receivers, especially guys who are no-name guys. You want to help your pass rush, you gotta stop these receivers at the line of scrimmage. Everybody out there who plays against Bowles scheme runs like a fucking gazette. Everybody who's out there on that defense, they get winded because everybody knows the weakness to Bowles defense is time. Time. Bend but don't break. No, that shit got to stop. You need to bend people down and break them. That's the point, Bowles. You have to be aggressive. And for people in the Bucs community still continuing to defend this shit, I don't understand. Are you settling? Here they go. Well, AJ, you do realize what we were years ago. Fuck all that. We won the division, and that's what Bowles is doing. So that's what y'all settling for, divisions? You do realize when Brady won the Super Bowl with the Bucs, we didn't win the division. You do know that, right? We were a wild card team, and that made us hungry. That made us want to fight. Another reason, Arians was the coach. So it was no risk it, no biscuit. We left everything out there on the field. The only thing we leave out there with Bowles is embarrassment and regrets for the past 2 games. Now, I know people are saying, it's just 2 games. No, it's bigger than that. It's 2 games we should have won. Patriots ain't shit. They're a good team, but they're not the Patriots when Brady was there. They could have been had. The Bills, again, I'm talking to you, Ira. Josh Allen, you said he was arguably the best player in the league. Bullshit. He is not what he was last year or 2023. Stop that nonsense. Baker has been balling more than Josh. So what are we doing here? I get it. Like I told y'all, the aftermath is not here. I won't speak for the aftermath. I'll speak for me. I'm not here to be cozy up. Would I like to talk to Bowles? Would I like to talk to the Bucs organization? Absolutely. But I'm going to give them my opinion. I'm going to give them my opinion because my opinion matters too. Because if I at a bar can see what you're doing and you have millionaires getting paid millions of dollars doing simple shit, that's inexcusable. But like I said, I would love to talk to Bowles. I would like to ask him questions. I would like to ask Grizzard, why do you insist on running Tucker up the A and B gap when he clearly makes his best plays through the C and D? Why aren't you using your tight ends? Where is the tight end Otten or Culp or Durham running up the seam when they're blitzing our interior because they know we're wounded there? These are questions that I would love to ask them personally, but I don't think that they will. So I'm going to let my platform here speak for itself because I don't give a shit. I'm tired. I just want this team to win. So, Ira, you were wrong completely. Lee is right. He's been paid millions of dollars. Everything falls on the coach. You understand? Everything falls on the coach. It's his job. It's his responsibility. Because when they are winning, Bowles gets the praise. When they fuck up, they want to defend Bowles. There is no defending this anymore. He has a habit. 2023, we go through the mid-season. We're slumping. Last season, mid-season. This year, you can't do that. The Panthers are on the Bucs' ass. Simple as that. The NFC is strong, much stronger. The Bucs are going to have to walk away with 12 wins. Minimum if they want to have a chance to be in the dance. 12. Yes, winning the division is cool, but you don't want to be a 5th. You want to be at least a 2nd or 3rd seed. I don't know. 1st seed might be out the window because the Eagles are taking care of business, but we'll see. It's still so much more football left. So for all you other hate-ass people out there who talk shit about the Bucs or you're meat riding your other team and saying, oh, we're going all the way, It's only week 11, week 12. Calm down. But the point that I want to make, and I'm trying to get out there and reiterate, is that Bowles, for the people out there who are Bowles apologists, stop. You make no sense. You're not making sense. You can't blame the pass rush. First off, that's a Jason Light situation. And I fuck with you, Jason Light, but this is why we tried to explain to you before the deadline, the trade deadline, to go out there and get a rusher. Sometimes you're going to have to give up that collateral in draft picks. I know you are a wizard at draft picking, but if you are that good, Light, you can find somebody in the 5th, 6th, or 6th round. It's Hendrickson, McDonald. Sometimes you got to give up that first round. The Bucs literally are a pass rush away from being a dominant Super Bowl contender. Not just Super Bowl contender where they'll be scrappy, but a team where it's like, don't nobody want to see the Bucs. I'm very aware that we got help coming, that McMillan and Evans will more than likely be there if we get to the playoffs, but we don't need to be walking in there limping. We need to be walking in there on a win streak, no less than a 4-game win streak. So we got a lot of cleaning up to do. And for everybody out there, football is not just about fucking analytics. That's another problem that y'all are killing me with. Everything in football is not determined by a damn spreadsheet. Give you a prime example. Analytically, Pete Carroll probably is still kicking himself in the ass for throwing that pass with Russell Wilson when he should have just given it to beast mode. Football is a game of using your judgment. Football is a game of understanding your Jimmies and Joes in order to execute and implement the scheme, the X's and O's. That's what football is about. It's not about some of these people out here being nerdy as shit who's never stepped on the field or who's never been in the locker room or never been to or never coached to understand. You got to know, you got to have it up here. You understand? You just can't go by analytics. Because just because someone analytically fits something don't mean it's going to work. You got to know the strength of your players and use it. That's what great coaches do. Look at what the Texans just did to the Bills. You know why? It ain't just because they had a pass rush, because a lot of people were trying to give me that bullshit. Did you not see that the safeties, or the corners, were playing aggressive against their receivers? The Bills don't have no stud receivers, so you should never give them space. That's what I'm talking about. So for you Bowles apologists out there, if you can't give me a football reason why, I'm just going to assume you're just a company man. You don't want to rock the boat. Well, what do you know about Bowles? I ain't saying I'm Bowles. I'm not saying that I'm on his level. I'm not. But what I can say for damn sure, you'll never see me put Nelson in a coverage. What I can say for damn sure, Vita Vea will never be and drop it back in coverage. What I can tell you is Yaya is not going to be in coverage. I'm going to utilize my on-ball linebackers to do their job, because there are a lot of Bowles apologists out there. If I ask you what an on-ball and off-ball linebacker, you don't know. If I ask you if the Bucs run a cover 6, you're not going to know what that means. A lot of you casuals out there. If I ask you what a cover 3 is, you're not going to know that. You'll know what the cover 2 is because they speak about it a lot. But when I ask you to give me the meat and potatoes of football and how it works, if you don't know, shut your ass up and let us talk about it. Coach Slick is a defensive-minded coach. I'm an offensive-minded individual, but he's a defensive-minded coach out there across the river winning. So you ain't got to necessarily argue with me. I want to see you argue with him. Now, I know some shit, but he know more shit. If you can't get past me, I don't even think you want to see Slick. So this is what I'm saying. Buck fans, it's okay to criticize. It's okay to question things. Now, with everything that I have just said about Todd Bowles, he is still the coach. I'm still going to support him because he is a part of this organization. But what I want Bowles to understand, the Bucs will be here when you leave. Grizzard, the Bucs will be here when you leave. You're not bigger than this team. So both of you have to get out of your egos and understand what's best for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Not what's best for Todd Bowles. Not what's best for Josh Grizzard. There's going to be games where cover 3 don't work. There's going to be games where you might have to fuck around and play cover 1 most of the game. Look at what Spagnuolo has done. We got to get aggressive. You got to have nuts to the wall. You got to walk into a stadium and say, fuck the other team. I don't care about giving them their props. We can dap up after the game's over when I whoop your ass. Then we'll see if they're really about sportsmanship. It's funny how people talk about that shit when they're winning. When you get your ass whooped, it's a little different. That's what separates the real sportsmanship from the people who are just saying that shit when the film is running, when television's running. So for you Bulls apologists out there, if you don't have anything other than he just doesn't have the pieces, we can't talk. Sick of this shit. No excuses. The Bucs are still a competitive team, and tonight we're going to figure it out. Because I got my 3 outcomes. I'll give y'all right now. This is what I think is going to happen. That could happen. Either the Bucs are going to get blown out by the Rams, or, hear me, the Bucs could possibly blow the Rams out, or there's 3 scenarios. Or if the Bucs win, it'll be a very close game. The Bucs will win by a field goal. This is why. Let's start on the Rams side. I don't see the Rams typically trying to grind it out on the Bucs. Sean McVay is going to be very aggressive and take advantage of this Bucs defense. Sean McVay is also going to have this Bucs defense, the Rams defense, to take advantage of the Bucs offense. He's not going to want to play with the Bucs because I'm very sure he's aware that the Bucs are a second half team and we can adjust very well. That's typically the best time Bulls adjust. He wants to put the Bucs away early. I'm going to tell y'all this right now. McVay and the Rams want to be up 17 plus points or at least 14 by halftime. Okay? They don't want to grind it out with the Bucs. They don't want us to even have a chance or remote thought to think that this game is close. So they're going to come out there. Matt Stafford having an MVP caliber season. I'm telling you this right now. If we play a lot of zone coverage, cover 6, cover 3, and we give Puka or Devontae Adams any type of so much cushion coverage, they're going to shred us. Stafford is going to Puka's going to have a lot of comebacks. He's going to run a lot of curls, slants, digs, and why shouldn't he? And then by the time when our corners do finally come up to play man, then they're going to throw it over top of our heads. Devontae Adams can still be a problem. So, Bulls, this is the game where cover 6, you need to throw that shit out the door unless we're up 14 points. You need to play anything from cover 1 to cover 2, nothing else in cover 3. Anything over that, you're wasting your time. Early, you need to play more man press coverage, especially against Puka. You need to beat Puka up at the line of scrimmage early. You need to make him earn every yard. The same goes for Devontae Adams. You have to slow this offense down. And of course, taking the run away is priority number 1. But I'm not typically worried about the run game. It's this passing, Bulls. You got to help this pass rush by helping out the secondary. Both of these go hand in hand, Bulls. We don't have JPP. We don't have Shaq Barrett. They gone. They gone, Bulls. They gone. But what you do have is competent corners in Benjamin Morrison and Zion, who play better man press jam coverage. For people out there, jamming wide receivers is not about dominating. This is where, again, stop listening to analytical people or people you hear on YouTube or even Stephen A. fucking Smiths of the world. It's not about dominating that receiver. It's about the number one thing that you want to do is disrupt the timing between the quarterback and his wide receiver. All it takes is that one extra second for that quarterback to have to hesitate, and the pass rush can get there. And I truly do think that the Bucs pass rush can get to Stafford if the secondary plays aggressive. I do. I really do. Puka is a stud. Yes, he is. He's not Calvin Johnson. Don't make these teams bigger than what they are. Devontae can still be dangerous. But Bowles, you've got to play aggressive early. You understand? You have to show your team that you have more faith in them than you have more respect for the ops. You need to go out there and say, Zion, Benjamin, Jacob Parrish, whoever the fuck is on Puka and Devontae, I need you to beat them up at the line of scrimmage early. Y'all need to be slap boxing. Now, for people out there, you can't play man all day, AJ. I didn't say that. I said you got to play man earlier. Because if you notice, this is how they beat the Bucs defense. When we play all that cushion, the most important way to beat Bowles' defense is time. Bend, don't break takes a lot of time out of your defense and wears you out. They'll march down the field, take off 4 to 5 minutes. Yes, we'll tighten up in the red zone, and they'll walk away with 3 points, but they've already shredded 5-6 minutes. Now you have a cold offense coming out there, and mind you, we still have a rookie offensive coordinator. We get a 3 and out. You know what that means. Your defense may have gotten 50 seconds of rest at best. Now they got to come back out there and go through the same shit over again, but this time they do give up a touchdown. Then your offense is coming back out still cold. Now McVay is going to be like, balls to the wall, y'all. I need y'all to go after the quarterback. I don't want you to sit in zone. Now your offense, they might get a first down the next series. Let's say they do. But then the next one, they go out. So they get 2 first downs, but they don't even get in the field goal range. And when that happens, now your defense is going back and forth. You see how this comes to a snowball effect, ladies and gentlemen? You see, Bowles, how this affects your team's morale. You see how this doesn't allow Grizzard or Baker to get this offense in a rhythm. You understand? It's not rocket science. Don't make it harder than what it is. So defense, you got to play man aggressive early, ladies and gentlemen. You got to play a little aggressive. You got to play aggressive a little early. You got to stop the run. You have to watch McVay. He's going to be sneaky. You're going to have to. Bowles, Anthony Nelson, Yaya Diaby, those are your pass rushers, okay? So you make sure that they do their job in pass rushing, Bowles. Please. I don't want to see them in coverage. Get creative. Savassier Dennis, blitz him through the A and B gap. Hell, if you really want to get fancy with it and confuse them, yeah, move Yaya to the inside and put Savassier on the outside and see what happens. Yeah, I think Savassier has the speed, or you can trick them and have Yaya blitz through the A and B gap, and then you could have Savassier protect the flats because he has the speed. You just got to mix it up. You have to mix it up, Bowles. But again, you need to be aggressive. Load that box. You cannot fear getting beat with the big play. You know, damn, I got to take it back to an old statement. You know what fear stands for? And this is one of the cliche ones, but false evidence appearing to be real. That's you, Bowles. While you're thinking about getting beat from that one play, they're literally giving you the death by 1,000 cuts. You gotta let go of your ego, Bowles. And again, just because if you get beat one time, that doesn't mean you should stop. And you need to try again. Maybe he wasn't ready. Maybe the corner just didn't get his footwork right. Because the next play, he could shut him down in man press jam coverage, and y'all get a strip sack and you get a touchdown, and then it evens it out. So, Bowles, instead of giving up on man just because one thing happens, because you sure as shit don't give up on that cushion coverage, it'll be 3rd and 14, and you'll have your corners 8 yards to 9 yards off. Why? Unless it's 3rd and 40, that's when you do some shit like that. So defense, you got to be aggressive. You have to be aggressive. You simply do. Let's get to the offensive side of the ball now. And I know y'all like, damn, when you going to get to the offensive side of the ball? The defense is what's really going to have to step up. The offense, of course, is going to have to be the hero. And here's where the unwanted pressure is going to have to rely on this offense. I know I said a lot that the defense can do, but right now, judging by Bowles, he's going to do that silly ass cover 6 or cover 3 cushion coverage. So, Grizzard, you're up, pal. Sean Tucker can run, as you can see. Rashad White can do things. You have tight ends, sir. Tight ends' lives matter. You understand? You need to get them going. You have to be creative and innovative and aggressive. The one thing that you cannot do tonight, sir, is be predictable. Versing them already. Like I told you, this is not a game where the Rams are going to want to grind it out. So you don't have to grind it out with them either. You get up early. Because if you get up early with this offense, you can pin your ears back and go after Stafford more, and the blitzes can come in. Now, side note, on the defensive side, again, you might have to blitz a little more than usual too, and bring them safeties down. You might have to do a little bit of cover 1, but let's get back to the offense. Offensively, I want to see us run the rock. I want to see us mix it up. When I see Tucker out there, I want to see tosses to him too. I don't want to see him run up in the A and B gap. It's predictable. Our strength of our offensive line is on the outside. Tristan Wirfs, Gedeke. That's what we need to. That's need to be the number one priority of business. Your battering ram is going to be Rashad White. But even with that, I want to see him in short screen passes, not the predictable ones. Please set up something better. And then you need to run like a 22 personnel and have 2 of your running backs out there. And you need to make shit happen. Get them with some mesh, run trips. And you know what? When you run some trips, how about you get Devin Cope out there? Devin Cope is lonely right now. Let's make him feel welcome on this team. With Devin Cope out there, you could put him at the Y. A nickel is too small to cover him, and a linebacker will be too slow to keep up with him. Get these tight ends involved. When you are at the goal line, Grizzard, don't throw a goal ball, a 50-50 ball to Sterling Shepard. Why are you doing this, sir? Don't be dumb. Throw that shit to Durham, who's 6'7". Throw that shit to Otten. Put them on the outside. You could put Sterling Shepard at the Y at that point because he gets his bread when Baker extends plays and improvise. Speaking of Baker, I need to see more rollouts. I need to see more crossing routes for him. I need to see plays where Baker is throwing on the run. That's where Baker makes miracles happen, ladies and gentlemen. Grizzard, you should know these things. I've had the plays up there drawn up for you already. Now, if you don't want to give me credit, that's fine. I just want you to use it, sir. Just use it. You ain't got to give me credit, but I need you to do something. I need you to be aggressive because, quite frankly, you lose this game. Let's just be real. The Bucs right now, I give them a 35% chance. Now, with Godwin being back in there, don't do what you did to Evans. Don't make him run any deep routes. Get Godwin slowly acclimated. Get him with some screens. Let him do some comebacks. Let Godwin run some hitches. And maybe if you need to stretch the field a little bit, let him do a stutter and go. Let him run a skinny post. Let him do a crossing route. But slowly get him in there. Tez Johnson is waiting. With Emeka Ibuka, hitch, comeback, curl, skinny post, stutter and go. If they're going to play off of Emeka, a hitch or a comeback or a curl. If they're going to double him, that's where Tez or Sterling Shepard need to be used when it comes to the crossing routes or shallow crossing routes. Cameron Johnson, have him run down the field to take, because he has the speed where a corner and a safety are going to have to be occupied. Stretch the field out. Stretch these players out. If these motherfuckers want to blow up the middle, you make them pay for that, Grizzard. This is what I need to see. I need you to go, Otten. I need you to run up that seam. Or better yet, hey, Otten, we're going to have you block and then roll out as a receiver. It can happen. It can work. It will work. I'm telling you right now, this team is on this Rams team. They want to blow you out, Bucs. Grizzard, Jason Light. They want to demolish you early. They don't want this team to hang around. They want to put belt to ass early. So you return the favor. How about you step up? How about you take this team by surprise? It's really simple. Don't make it harder than what it is. I'm very aware that the Rams are a good team. I'm very aware that Sean McVay is going to be on his shit tonight. I'm very aware that Jared Verse and these guys are they're smelling blood, because we are a wounded animal right now. But what makes a wounded animal dangerous? When they're wounded, they have nothing else. They're going to fight. And that's what you got to do, Bucs. You can't afford to lose this game. You lose this game tonight, and let's say you lose by a field goal or something that was competitive. That's a different story. It's still a loss. But that means you got to finish the rest of the season perfect. I know, right? You would think that shouldn't be the case, but it will be. Because now, with your record coming up for next month, it'll be inexcusable. You're going to be playing the Cardinals. Then you're going to play the Falcons. Then you're going to play the Panthers. Then you're going to play the Dolphins. Then you're going to play the Panthers again. So you lose this game, that means you telling me you're going to win five. You're going to win out, because that's what you're going to have to do. Bucky will be back for the Cardinals game, which I will be there, y'all. So y'all find your boy. I'm going to be down there. We'll be at them tailgates too. So we going to have a show. Got Slick coming down there too. So we really going to get into some shit. So check me out at that Cardinals game. Yes, sir. But before I even get to that, you got to win today. You cannot afford to lose, because I don't see us winning 5 straight, even if we lose this. I just don't. Especially with Bowles. Again, he has this habit. Look at us last year when we was going on a nice little streak, and then we lay an egg against the Cowboys. I wouldn't be surprised if the Bucs laid an egg against the Panthers. And remember, I don't want to be in a position where we got to rely on somebody else. We lose this game, then we got to rely on the Panthers losing to the 49ers. We got to rely on the Panthers losing to the Rams. Those are all very highly likely scenarios, but why not beat the Rams tonight and put the pressure on the Panthers? You beat the Rams tonight, you get national respect. I know that's not really important, but that galvanizes the team's morale. You stop the bleeding. Then the Panthers, if they lose, you're back up a game and a half. Then you go put that work into the Cardinals, and the Bucs finish off the Falcons. Now things are looking up again. 6-4. By the time we get to the Panthers, we want to be 8-4. We want to be 8-4 by the time we get to the Panthers. Put them in a position to where, damn, they 5-7. We put it this way. We beat the Panthers the first game in Carolina, we're walking away with the division. If we win out. If we win against the Rams, the Cardinals, and the Falcons, we beat the Panthers, more likely we clinch that division. But it's up to y'all tonight to make a stance. It's time to finally be able to walk away with the win. This is a team that you are going to be playing in the playoffs. Grizzard, Bowles, we're telling you, don't leave anything on the field. Don't leave any regrets. I don't want Bowles to go, well, I should have played this better, and I'm leaving stinkers again, so I have to get it together. No, what I want to hear is I went out there, I swung, I lost, but I held my fucking head up high. And I got to give a shout out to AJ Turner because he's always on my ass, no homo, but, you know, he keeps it real. Bowles, I don't want to see any more excuses. You know what you have to do. Now, if this team beat you because they simply are just better and they wanted more, but you gave everything, that's fine. But what I don't want to see is bullshit. What I don't want to see is hesitance. What I don't want to see is the same shit over and over. Bowles, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. That's what you've been doing for the past 2 games, man. And you don't have to. Stop being afraid of something that hasn't happened. Get out there and be aggressive early. Like I had told y'all, the outcome. If the Bucs get blown out, it'll be something like 38-10. If the Bucs do the flip the script and they blow the Rams out, it'll be 31-10. But in reality, I have the Bucs winning 24-21. That's the reality. That's my reality. That's my prediction with those 3 outcomes. I just don't see the Rams wanting to take us down to the wire. And this should be a super revenge game. I know we beat them in 2023, but nah. You got to redeem yourself because you were the genesis of the beginning of our defensive decline. What Cooper Kupp was in. You still got to make up for that shit. Cooper Kupp, the number 1 receiver back then, and you don't double him, you don't jam him, you don't bump him on the line of scrimmage, you just let him run. Nah, man. You got to make up for that. You got to make up for that shit. You got to away. Buccaneers. It's been a birthday weekend. My birthday was just Friday. Do me a favor. Can you give me a victory gift? It'd be so nice to walk into this week and be thankful for Thanksgiving for this victory. It'd be nice to walk into Raymond James on Sunday with the Cardinals going, yeah, we took care of business with the Rams. We should take care of business with the Cardinals. So just do it. Don't just do it for me or the fans. Do it for yourselves, y'all. Y'all have what it takes. Make it fucking happen. Now, I leave y'all with that. I thank you all for checking out AJ Turner's pregame show. Again, I need y'all to check out and subscribe to Bucs Report the Aftermath with my co-host Slick, Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, of course. Check me out on TikTok, AJ_Turner. The same on Twitter. It's about Bucking Time, my YouTube channel. So I appreciate y'all. I'm about to get out here and go watch this team go Bucs. And again, fire the cannons. And all you got to do is believe in yourself.